Recently, we had the privilege of talking to a customer of ours named George, who was telling us about the boat cover that he was putting together. And it was a really good conversation. He shared some different ideas that he's used in the past, including these really cool things that he was actually kind enough to send us. He sent us a few things in a little care package, which is really awesome. It was really cool that he did that, and we're glad to talk about it and show what he sent us. And these things are called cover clamps, and they're made specifically for building boat covers. For boat winterization and different things like that. And they're really cool and really interesting idea. And they're actually made for EMT conduit. At least one of them is, which is really cool because, as you know, we like to build with EMT conduit. And George is actually using these along with Maker Pipe connectors to build this year's boat cover, which is really cool. And something that was really interesting about this conversation with George is the fact that we haven't heard of cover clamps before, and it's really cool that they exist, and they've existed since the 80s, I believe, and they've been making these for a long time, and we've been making our connectors for EMT conduit for about 10 years now, which is really cool and really wild, but we hadn't heard of these, but obviously it's something that we're passionate about and that we love talking about and building with EMT conduit. So it's just surprising that we hadn't seen these before. But he sent us these. We wanted to talk about them because they are a pretty cool idea and really interesting. And essentially the way they work, they just have these two kind of hooks that go around the one piece of EMT conduit on each side. This is 3/4 inch, and then it has this piece of rubber that goes in the middle here. And the way I have it oriented right now is just this parallel clamp, which is kind of a boring use case because this is meant to be used in any angle. So you can rotate this around, and this rubber is meant to stay between, of course you got to tighten it, but it's meant to stay between the two pieces, which allows you to adjust this and pretty much create any angle that you want. And then in the videos that they have, in the different documents they have, they talk about bending EMT conduit. So you just need this one clamp to essentially build out your frame. You just use a bunch of these in different places and then combine that with bends and then custom sizes and build your custom boat cover, which is really cool and just a really interesting clamp. You can, I'll link the the website down below so you can order these if you wanted to. I think you have to give them a call to order them, but it's pretty cool. They're made in the USA, it says on there, and just really cool that he sent us these to showcase and to look at because they are a really cool idea. He also sent us these other ones. He said the green one was for 1 inch. I think he's meant it was 1 inch outer diameter because I tried it with 1 inch EMT conduit and it's just too big. It doesn't really fit in there. So I think this is for 1 inch OD tubing. We won't get into all of all of the diameter conversation right now, but this is for a larger size than 3/4 inch EMT. He also sent us this really cool clamp. I don't know if it's from the same company. I think it is, but essentially this is just kind of similar to what you see with the off-the-shelf electrical couplings where it joins two pieces of conduit together. But what's cool about this is it actually has two set screws instead of one to secure them in place, and just add some extra strength on there to hold that, which is really cool. And you might, if you're able to get these still, you might want to do the hack I always talk about, which is taking out the set screws and then using self-drilling screws, and that's what allow you to do 4 in there. So that'd be pretty strong and a really cool solution for coupling EMT conduit. But this is really awesome. Huge shout out to George for sending these to us. And like I said, it was a pleasure to talk to him on the phone. Feel free to give us a call, talk about your project. And if you have anything like this that you want us to send us for us to talk about, or if you have any different ideas or solutions, we'd love to talk to you about them or even share them on the channel. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.